Surprise, motherfucker. Nine, 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 nine.
What's going on, folks? Excuse me. I had to clear my throat. Hopefully there's not a lot of that on this show. Fuck a title show. I'm your host, JuvyThaKid. I have no show notes for today. I just got a couple thoughts that I wanted to get out, and I figured, fuck it, let's do an early podcast. Why wait? First thing I want to talk about is I don't know. I feel like we're getting back to that stage where it's so many people are looking to kind of get upset about something or start an argument about something, or you know what I mean, just fucking the green light to be outraged. I feel like it was at like a height in 2016, and towards the end of the year it kind of died down. And I don't know what it is. It's just I guess lately it's just I don't know if people get bored, or it's just maybe it's a cycle, and I only just like kind of realized, maybe I just realized it last year. But I think it's also because a lot of media platforms, instead of like sharing the people that make a logical debate about certain things in the news, or they actually have some like facts and everything, a lot of media platforms would rather take the controversial tweets or replies or whatever it is, and they kind of celebrate that. And I don't know. I guess it's easier because like negativity and everything is like, I don't know, it brings you clicks. But like there's more to discussions and debates and topics than just like the negative side. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I guess I sat back last night and I was really like going through a lot of like things on my news feed or whatever. And a lot of the comments would be like 18 to I want to say like 22 to maybe 23-year-olds. And like they're trying to debate with these scientists and these doctors that have like dedicated their lives to certain things, and they're like, yeah, well, science has changed, da, da, da. And it's like, man, like you can't just discredit all the work that these people have done. You can't discredit and just throw out the window all the research and all the studying and all the like work that these people put in. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you're like 18 and you really haven't done shit. What are you doing debating with a fucking scientist? Like, it's one of those things, like, apparently there is a lot of throat clearing. It's one of those things where it's like, man, you just like, you gotta fucking take a back seat sometimes. You know what I mean? And just like, abandon the ego. Because, like, just because we Google something or we read a couple posts on Facebook that we feel are legit doesn't mean that it's legit, and does not mean that, like, that's the only information out there. You have to do more. Or else, like, you go through your whole life thinking you have all the answers, but you got them all from, like, an internet hoax thing that's been around for 10 years, but people have like just started posting it, and then you end up falling for it or some shit. I saw a lot of people posting that like the state of Georgia was going to change its flag and put the middle finger in it. I don't know, I'll Google it right now, but like last time I was Googling it for a while, I could not find that. But I saw a lot of people like posting about it, getting mad about it, and like, oh wow, like what are you doing, folks? You can't just see something on Instagram and take it as like fucking truth. You know what I mean? Yeah, again, folks, I'm not finding anything saying that they're going to put the middle finger on their flag. See what I mean? Like, you got to do more research nowadays. Don't just take like one post, especially if it's like on some negative shit, and just run with it. Just do more research, you know? I don't know. Super weird. And I usually don't really like entertain that shit, but I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of it again lately, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wondering if it is like part of a pattern, or like maybe it's just people get bored. I don't know. But like, stop running with the negative. You know what I mean? It's like, God damn it. Right now I'm recording this and like all I can hear behind me are birds chirping in the trees and stuff. And that's fucking, like, to me, that's awesome. I wonder if it's going to register on the mic. I don't know. But either way, like, but at the same time, there's probably somebody right now looking for like government things so they can get mad about, or looking for the next thing to fucking hate Trump about. Oh, you know what? Let's talk about that quick, actually. Quick sip of H2O. H. 2. O. Bam. Like, okay, so the whole fucking Trump thing, I know, like, I joked about it for a little bit on the channel. I talked about it. Like, this shit just got fucking so tiring. I used to look at the news to see, like, what his party was doing, because like some of the shit was just funny. Like, it was comedic. You'd read about it and you're like, is this shit real? Like, are we living in a fucking movie right now? But then eventually it was just like, holy fuck. There's just too much. Too much fucking stupidity and negativity and fucking... It's like every week, almost every other day, there's something new. And I don't know. I don't want to give my time to that. You know what I mean? Like, it went from being comedic to just being fucking tiring. I don't know. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels that way. I'm also, like, I've always kind of been that person who's on the outside of things. I've never really been too much into politics. So for me, a lot of the stuff, maybe it was comedic. And while other people, because, like, they're more, like, their journey, they're more intertwined with politics or whatever have you, that might be their interest. They care about it more and it affects them more. But for me, I don't know. It just wasn't, I just couldn't give a shit about it, man. I don't know. I saw a lot of people that didn't like Trump or Hillary Clinton, but they were willing to vote Hillary Clinton just because she was a girl, or a woman, I should say. I don't know. Same fucking thing. Let's not get fucking particular about this shit. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Like, I saw people who were like, oh, I hate them both, but we need a woman president. Well, that doesn't make sense. If you're trying to like cater to certain, like, that, like, social topic, like the whole gender versus gender kind of thing, then I guess you're going to get brownie points. But in reality, like, I don't know, a lot of other people are going to be like, whoa. That's not how we fucking elect somebody. And honestly, even the way that Trump got, I've said it before, I think that whole fucking presidency system and everything is really, like, it's really redundant now for nowadays. Like, it's just the system's never been updated to, like, accommodate, like, the millions and millions of people we, like, well, I guess the US has now. But even with Canada, there's certain things that just, like, it's never been updated, and we're like, what the fuck is this? Like, I don't know. Politics are just a weird fucking thing, man. I don't get it. I'm probably the last person that could even, like, I could sit down with somebody and, like, learn about politics if they could discuss it with me, but not if it's going to be all personal, like, bias and personal opinions. You know what I mean? Like, I would want somebody who is knowledgeable about politics, but isn't really married to either side or whatever party there is. Because a lot of the time when it's like that, you know what I mean? Okay, perfect example. I hate to go back to Trump, but I've gotten to talk to some people where they talk about it on different levels, like how his like certain things have changed within his speeches, certain patterns that he follows, and that like it's kind of like a mental like schedule and pattern and routine for him. And then like we've gotten to talk about like I don't know, I guess you could say the psychology of Donald Trump and everything, or at least like theories, and just kind of like what, also like diving into like what we think could happen from certain decisions. And like I've been able to have those decisions and like certain other things broken down for me just so I can understand them a little bit better. But then also tried, like, I've had discussions with people where they're like, no, fuck that guy. He's a fucking idiot. He needs to die, blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, I'm not going to get any information from you. And honestly, like, it's that approach to conversations, like just the confrontational shit. It's kind of funny. This just occurred to me. That's what Donald Trump does in his speeches with people. He's confrontational. He throws little jabs out at them and shit. Or he just straight up fucking dedicates parts of his speeches to talking shit. And the people who don't like him do the exact same thing. Instead of being able to actually have a rational discussion about it, they just instantly go, oh, he should die, blah, 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 blah. And for me, like, that's where it gets even fucking more like, I can't do this shit with you because I can't celebrate somebody's death, regardless of who it is. Let's take Donald Trump out of the conversation. Okay, fucking Osama bin Laden. I wasn't, fucking sitting there going, oh, he's dead. Yeah, blah, blah. For me, I was like, man, he was still a thing on your radar? We haven't heard about him in years. Like, all right, cool, man. Good job, I guess. Like, it was just, that whole thing was confusing to me. But I saw people, like, understandably, very, like, I guess, patriotic about it. So I kind of understand it in a way. It's just not my thing. Like, I can't dance in the streets about shit, and I'm not going to post and be all happy that somebody died. You know what I mean? Especially if it's in a brutal fashion. Like, anybody. Like, I don't know. There's some shitty people out there, but I don't know. I don't have the fucking answers. I'm not even going to try and pretend like I do. You know what I mean? I don't think any of us have the answers when it comes to a lot of that shit. It's just the world's too complex, people. None of us have like the answer, because I don't think that there is a right answer to a lot of different things. Like there's certain things that, based on our society and based on our laws and everything, that we frown upon or we consider taboo. But then you go to somewhere else in the world and that exact same thing might be celebrated because that's the way it's been for thousands of years or whatever have you. I don't know. I just feel like this world and like this life that we're all living, too many people get caught up in thinking that like we all have the answers and we know what's going on and we know, the secrets behind the curtain. And I think every single one of us is very, very far from it. Even the conspiracy theorists that are fucking in this shit every day. Do you really think you know all this shit? Do you really think you've peeked behind every single curtain? And even when you've peeked behind that curtain, have you checked all the dark corners in that room? Oh, I hope that didn't register. My stomach just made a weird noise. But, you know what I mean? It's just fucking... None of us have the answers. Even scientists that have dedicated their lives to certain things, they're still learning new things. I don't know. Maybe this podcast is just me getting some thoughts out and just kind of saying, like, let's relax. Everybody out there, guys, girls, let's fucking relax. We're letting too much shit cloud our minds. We're letting too much negativity get in. It's about what we entertain, folks. That's our outlook. You know what I mean? I know it's cliche and it may even be a little corny to say. I know I've said it a lot on this channel. But what we entertain will be what we see. Like what our outlook is. Because if all we see is the negative and that's all we focus on in our day-to-day thing, then that's what you're going to think the world is, because you're not seeing like all the positive stuff going on, or even just learning about something like new that fucking blows your mind. So, I don't know. You know what? Let's learn something new, folks. I heard about this community in La Gomera in the Canary Islands. I believe that's in Spain. It's called Silbo Gomero. SILBO GOMERO. Silbo Gomero. It means Gomeran whistle. This is a community of people that can communicate by whistling. And like, it's fucked up. Like, not fucked up in a bad way or anything like that. It's just like they can say basically full like sentences, paragraphs, everything just by whistling. Like the way they do it is because they're used to having to like communicate across like bodies of water and like ravines and everything. So instead of having to shout and you don't understand what people are saying, I guess they figured out how to use whistling and like to communicate with each other. And that's like that's a dialect. Like it's, but I don't know. I can't help but think about like if it goes past like just trying to communicate over like ravines and everything like that. I wonder if it comes to like maybe a long time ago, or even nowadays, who knows? I'm not sure what the environment is like there. But like, what if it goes back to like when it was very tribal and they had to face other tribes and everything that might have been in the area, and instead of giving themselves away by talking, they would whistle, and like birds and everything like that in the forests. I don't know. I think that's that's a plausible theory, I guess we could say. I just had a brain fart. I was trying to find a video or something maybe to show you what they sounded like, but I'm seeing a bunch of white people, and that doesn't seem right. Fucking white people. But either way, look it up in case you guys want to learn more about it. Silbo Gomero. SILBO GOMERO. A community that fucking whistles to communicate with each other. I don't know. Had my brain going. I don't know about y'all. Alright. 2 other things, and then I think we'll get out of here. You know what? Before I go into the last little thought, weekly shout out. Weekly shout outs. This weekly shout out goes to Joshua Jedi, my motherfucking homie. This guy, like, I don't know. I can't say enough nice things about him, honestly. Joshua Jedi has been one of those people that I've been able to talk to about. We can talk about really anything. His journey over the past year and a little bit more has just been fucking inspiring to watch. He's a really good dude. He's figured shit out. I don't know. He's just fucking, I can't, like I said, I can't say enough nice things about him. It's like most of you hooligans out there. But Joshua Jedi is also like, he was a big motivator for why I kind of started doing like the short films and everything. Just kind of when I was doing like little Instagram videos and whatever, like he would call me Hollywood, and he still does to this day. But it was, for me, like he would always say like, you're going to make it big one day. Like someone's going to fucking find you. Like you're going to go to Hollywood. And like, I don't like that shit just fucking, it's motivating. You know what I mean? Like that's somebody else who like believes in you. And I just kept thinking, I'm like, you know what? A lot of these other YouTubers, like they're able to do bigger things and whatever because they're all in California, and that's where like the YouTube headquarters is. A lot of people go out to Hollywood to make it into acting and stuff like that. Well, why don't I just fucking make my own here? You know what I mean? Like how I said to him yesterday when we were talking. If people don't discover me, that's fine. Because I'm going to build my own settlement and I'm going to watch that grow. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. It was just him always saying, like, fucking believing in me and always, like, really motivating me. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck going to Hollywood. I'm going to start making my own short films. And I'm going to build from there. And whatever comes of that may come, like, awesome. So, weekly shout out, Joshua Jedi. And you know what? That's actually a really good segue into this next point. My last point for the show. Stop letting little things get in your way. We all do it. I fucking do it. We all gotta stop letting little shit get in our way. Whether it's you want to lose weight, whether it's working out, whether it's fucking really, it's anything. Don't let little fucking reasons build up and think that like everything always goes wrong and it's not going to work out for you. Because if that's the mindset you have, you're not going to fucking accomplish anything. Because you're just going to be like, oh, why try? It's not going to work out. Stop that. Stop that fucking mindset. Stop letting little shit build up like that. And who knows? Maybe I'm talking to like whoever's listening to this at this moment, and maybe I'm talking to myself a little bit too, if I'm going to be honest with y'all. I let myself get frustrated a lot. You know what I mean? I've shared my moments on this channel. But yeah, I let little shit build up on me a lot. I think it's something we all kind of do. Well, maybe not all of us, but a lot of us. We let shit snowball instead of just kind of being like, you know what? Fuck it. That was a little bump in the road. Let's keep it moving here. And I think that's fucking, like, that's important for us to do. Is, like, realize, like, this little shit is not going to make or break us. But if we let it build up, it fucking will. You know what I mean? Like, right now, I got all 3 of my kids in the house. I got fucking birds chirping in the back. It's a little distracting just because of how fucking beautiful they sound. But you know what I mean? It's one of those things, like, before I did this podcast, I was like, all right, get the kids something to eat, get them all settled, make sure that everyone's taken care of, do my thing. Like, there's nothing standing in your fucking way except yourself. It's about how you react to things. If you react, you know, oh, shit always goes wrong, why the fuck do I try? Well, how do you expect to get anything done? You know what I mean? You got to understand that, like shit's out of your control sometimes. If somebody's being an asshole to you, like, and just fucking always being rude and yelling at you and shit, they're like, don't let that shit affect you. It's like, know that person, that's that person, and just be like, all right, you need to calm the fuck down. Not dealing with your shit. If you got to go for a walk to get away from that person, do it. Just fucking god damn it, people. Stop letting little things build up and stop you from what you want to fucking achieve. it's one of those things like I follow a few amazing fucking photographers, and I get to talk with all of them. And it's one of those things like if they stopped taking photos because somebody else had a better camera than them and they let that affect it, it's like why? You're taking pictures of places around you that some people may never ever fucking see. Like for me personally, Loyalist City Photos, he lives out, I don't want to misspeak. I almost said Halifax, but I think it's New Brunswick. I don't know. Let's look it up. Knowledge is power, education is key. New Brunswick. I almost misspoke. So yeah, Loyalist City Photos lives out in St. John, New Brunswick. And I've never been out to New Brunswick personally. So like when I look through these photos, it's like, holy shit, like these buildings look completely different to me. These neighborhoods look completely different to me. And it's just like, you don't get to see that shit. Irish fan. My soul behind the lens. It's, you know what I mean? So many beautiful fucking photos. And I'm fucking honored to have 2 of them on my wall. Just, there's so many crazy views of the world that like some people never get to see. And photographers help people see that. But if they stop just because someone else had a better camera, like, come on, folks. Don't let little shit build up. Don't let, you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to let something build up, let your motivation build up. Let your drive, let your passion for this build up. Instead of creating a big snowball that creates an avalanche, let things build up and build a fucking snow fort. Build an igloo. Just saying, folks. Mucho love to all you fucking hooligans. I appreciate you chilling with me for the podcast. I appreciate you always checking out the content. Oh, please go on the Instagram, JuvyThaKid. Scroll down the page a little bit. The 100 words post. Trying to get 100 words together, make a list of them for the 100th Life Lessons episode. For those that have contributed, thank you so much. If you come up with any more words, feel free to throw them down. And yeah, I'm sorry if this one's a little heavy. I apologize for that. It's just I don't know. Had a couple thoughts that I wanted to get out, and I just kind of wanted to, I guess, get the weight off of my chest. So I appreciate you all letting me kind of like have this platform to do so. It means a lot to me. As always, thank you for taking the ride with me. Mucho love to all of you hooligans out there. This has been Fuck a Title Show. I'm out.